If you're wondering why I'm a little bit late, I guess my side ducking isn't working. I'm 2 minutes late because I spent 3 minutes clicking pictures of a bus and stoplights. Because in order to get YouTube chat to work before I stream, I have to go and set up the thing on my Restream service to pick up the YouTube chat, and it's one button press. But to do that, I have to log in, and then there's a two-factor authentication, and each time they made me go through a reCAPTCHA, which, because I use 7 VPNs, it fucking takes forever, because VPNs have a higher level of automated traffic. So there I was clicking pictures of buses. I don't know what the fuck it is about Google's CAPTCHA, but they love to say that I fucked up, like I don't know what a bus is and I failed the CAPTCHA, like I'm a retard and just clicked the wrong things. And the best part, the absolute best part, is when they start fading. And for some reason, it takes 8 seconds for a tile to fade in and out. And it's like, this is a deliberate disrespect of my fucking time. And I absolutely detest CAPTCHA. I if Section 230 got revoked, but at the same time, they made CAPTCHA illegal, specifically reCAPTCHA, specifically the fading tile things in the buses, fine, just do it. The harm done to the internet would be offset by the good done to the internet. Or if you happen to be listening and you develop, front ends for services, use HCAPTCHA. HCAPTCHA is the same exact fucking thing, but their tests are way less obtrusive in how they deliberately disrespect you as a person, as a human being. Google obviously has fucking contempt for everybody. Every living creature on God's green earth, Google fucking hates and just wants you to suffer for no reason. Oh well. So I didn't stream last week because last week was fucking boring and shit, and this week is also fucking boring and shit, but I can't go 2 weeks without streaming, especially during October. I was thinking of maybe doing a dead person stream for this week, but I couldn't think of one. So 2 people have died this month, and I looked through their history, and they're both fucking boring. That Yuki Rose person died, and some fat cunt died, and it's like, I looked at it and I was like, I can't talk about them for an hour. They're fucking boring. There's no reason. I know why they're dead. They're dead because they're boring, and they got bored with being alive, and they passed away as a result. I was thinking maybe what I could do is Francis E. Deck. That's probably the closest thing to an entertaining dead person stream for October, but I'm aware Jim did a stream on Francis E. Deck, but I don't care. I can do it anyways. Oh well. I spent time trying to compile some notes throughout the day, and this is another fucking week. It almost feels like a rerun. Like throughout history, it feels like a rerun. And I guess I talked about the first debate. They were curious if the second presidential debate was going to happen or not because of COVID. Trump had COVID, and then he was cured of COVID like 2 days later. And they did the debate. They did it without a glass panel or anything, as far as I could tell. And this debate, I think Biden won it because I just feel like he held his composure against Trump and just seemed to know what to say. Whereas Trump has that bombast to him that works well against someone like Hillary, who gets caught completely off guard by it, or someone like Kamala Harris, who acts like a stupid bitch and makes stupid fucking baby faces when she hears something she doesn't like. But Biden was he was a cold cucumber. And I do think he won that debate, but that means nothing. Delusion. What? Fed. Or am I joking? What? I was drifting off. Now I see chat. Everyone's angry. Do you guys realize that the debates don't even matter? There are 0 people who watched that debate who did not know who they were voting for, whose opinions were changed depending on the outcome of that debate. You realize that there's not a single person in the continental United States who actually watched that debate with the intention of informing their vote. Everyone knows who they're voting for anyways. Oh, you did. You random Japanese anime person. You, they're fun. They're fun. I mean, a little bit, yeah. The 2016 ones were fun. 2020 is weird because he's not like silly meme man anymore. He's like president. So when he says things that are weird now, it's kind of recontextualized. Trump on debunk salt mine. Well, that's always fun. That's what's fun about everything. Someone gets beheaded in France. The fun part is seeing how people on Twitter are going to be freaking out about it. The fun part's not the actual beheading or the live debate. It's always going to be how the blue check marks handle it, because for some reason people feel it's appropriate to intellectually shit their pants in public on twitter.com, and it's really shocking and bizarre behavior. Who built the cages, Josh? I mean, that was kind of funny. What else was funny? The fun part is downloading the torrent. Blue check marks have no idea what a coyote is. I mean, that was fun. Trump said that most of the people brought over the border are brought over by drug traffickers, sex traffickers, coyotes. And people freaked out that they thought that coyotes was like a euphemism for Mexican, or it was a euphemism, or it was, no, that he was being literal, that coyotes are literally dragging children across the border by their diapers. Yeah, I mean, that's funny. My point is that, number one, the debate doesn't really matter because nobody informs their opinions on these fucking debates. Number two, in terms of just not look, remember, this was the bar set in the 2016. Can Trump go full debate without sounding like a retard? And can Clinton not collapse on stage and have a seizure? And that was all people expected of the two candidates. Trump didn't say anything profoundly retarded, and Biden didn't have a stroke in the middle of the conversation. As far as I'm concerned, both of them did what they were supposed to in order to pass the debate. But I think Biden's talking points were well rehearsed, and he seemed to know what he was talking about. Trump was pretty on par with things too. He seemed to have a good understanding of what he was talking about at times. But I don't know. I wasn't impressed by Trump. Maybe I'm sour and blue pilled now, but like, based on what I've seen of Biden, I expect way worse of him on the debate stage. But like with Sanders, people expected Sanders to mop up Joe Biden, but it didn't happen. Biden is a professional politician, and that showed on the stage. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Looks like he's still alive. I mean, I think I saw the same debate as everybody else. I'm just not. I'm not like. I'm not playing ball for Trump. I feel like I looked at it very objectively. Because really, whoever wins, they're all, in terms of what I'm concerned about, they're all on the same side. You know, they have the exact same politics when it comes to the internet, and that's, I'm pretty much a single issue voter, so I don't really care who wins. I think that they both want the same things, and what they want is to my detriment. When I watch the debate, I mean, it's particularly how Joe Biden said that Trump has annoyed the U.S.'s allies. I see that in person. People really don't like Trump overseas. And I mean, I guess you guys don't care, but it's true. Bring the vote, Jeb. Neither candidate said a thing like, well, Trump has fallen back on guns. He fell back on bump stock, which is fucking ridiculous. It's a piece of plastic. I don't want to talk about politics anymore. I'm just saying that from what I saw, they both did about the same. Maybe Biden was a little bit better than expected. I'm sorry that's such a horrific insult to some people, but I feel I'm justified in thinking that. People are talking about fucking 4D chess and shit in chat. Now, fuck that. Fuck that. We can talk about this instead. Hold up. Let me get this song ready. It's probably not fair to play this, but
White girls fuck dogs.
I'm gonna have to anyways. I don't think she does she qualify as white? I need professional raceologists to tell me. Bully fat women. I'm getting there. American white. She doesn't qualify as a she. That's a hot debate. I've had some very intriguing conversations about if she's actually a woman. I can't talk about her too much because she gets off on attention, but I did find this funny. You can just tell just by the face of the dog that he knows that there is an issue. Look, here's a zoom up of it. Make it fill up the screen. That is a dog who has seen hell, the gaping maw of hell, and is in fear for his life, even though it's like a Doberman. How do you make a dog like that stress? I'm in danger. Hey, does she have a gym hat in the first one? She does. I didn't even notice that. Oh, how embarrassing. No, it wasn't an avatar. No, that's not happening. All those people are having like I don't know what to call it, a conference. They're having like a big meetup in Tampa. Dick, Ralph, Andy Worski, or I want to say Riley, and a couple other people are selling tickets for $60 a person to meet in Tampa. And I just get a feeling about it. I don't know. Room by Joe. It's I think it's a road rage. I think he's branding it as a road rage ticket. So I don't know. I have a bad feeling about it, whatever it is, because they all seem kind of on edge. For some reason, Ralph, just today, I got to see this. If you don't know, Boldy Spicy is someone who's like a fangirl. I guess that's fair to say. They have been a user on the forum for a long time, and they're pretty active on Twitter, in like the internet famous sphere. And I guess they got pegged somehow for being a fangirl. And for whatever reason, Ethan Ralph, in his infinite wisdom, decided to instead of just posting on the forum, because I guess he finds that to be shameful now, he has decided to just use her as a relay to have his messages posted on the forum for him, because he doesn't want to do it himself. So out of the blue, Ralph hits her up and says, I don't know what this is in context to, but he says, no, I haven't stopped doing that. I did that on Thursday or Friday. Link to some shit. What would be the possible reason for stopping anyways? Because some lesbian on Kiwi Farms doesn't like it. Lol. It's so easy, people can find the channel easier, moron. Oh, she doesn't know what he's talking about either. And then he says, yes, I'm sure Josh does sell more shirts. It's all he has. I also have a monthly Patreon subscribe to our nightly funding through super chats, etc. And zero doubt that I outraised Josh Moon quite substantially. So Ethan Ralph has contacted this random person, this random woman on the internet, to tell her that he makes more money through donations than I do selling shirts, which I find to be an incredibly weird bragging right. Like I make it very front and center that I don't really have a huge backing, and really, and part of what that pushes me back a little bit is that I can't actually monetize anything that I do. It's kind of unfair. If I could sell things on the forum like Something Awful could, I could probably make quite a bit of money. But I am literally chained, well, not literally, figuratively chained by my ankle to some sort of cinder block and thrown off a pier by fucking Discover Card and shit. If I could monetize my site, I imagine it would be self-sufficient. But he goes on again, out of the blue for no reason whatsoever. I haven't even been talking about Ralph. I haven't done anything to Ralph. I didn't even do anything to him. I think I made a comment about him in vague on Twitter. I vague posted about Ralph, and he responded by trying to get my my merchandise run aborted, which didn't work because he was complaining to fucking WooCommerce, who doesn't have any control over that. And he says, also, while I'm here, I want to do a bit of gloating. Your side failed and is in utter ruins. T-Clips, your big buddy, broke the coalition like the dumb bitch she is. The show itself is thriving with no real losses. Probation shot down the dumb bitch, and I'm off in March. And Vickers is now in touch with both me and his daughter on friendly terms. I thought you Spurgs were going to have me in jail by Xmas, Lamau, GG. And I made a post like this on the forum, but I said, literally his bar for winning at this time is to not die and to not be in jail. If he can turn on that camera, and if he can open OBS and stream his face reading stupid shit on the internet and playing Tucker Carlson clips, as long as he can keep doing that, he's a winner. And I find that really sad. But it's like, I really don't know what he expects people to do. Does he expect people to, like, kill him? Is that what maybe that's what he's hoping for. He's trying to instigate people into killing him so that he can stop being Ethan Ralph. But he might have to do that one himself, because I don't think anyone's going to bother. And really, I don't know. It's just, why gloat? There are things I'm happy about right now that I'm not going to tell you about, because I don't want my nice things to be ruined by bitter people. What does he gain by sending this message out and trying to get it talked about and posted? Tell me, chat. I'm not gonna tell you. Fuck off, anime. Fuck off, moon runes. I'm not telling you shit. I just want to know what you guys think he gets out of it. Is it like a high? Can someone explain what happened with T-Clips? Okay, so if you don't know, there is a clipping channel called T-Clips, and it's run by one woman who operates her entire enterprise with a iPhone. She doesn't have any kind of computer or anything. She just clips shit with her phone, and I don't even know how she edits video with her phone, but she manages to do this, and has been doing it for some time, and is one of the bigger clipping channels. But she has an interest in IBS and stuff, and takes a kind of broad cut of everything. And for a while, she had a very friendly relationship with Ralph. I think she tried to have sex with Andy Worski, but I think they both deny that. And at some point, she stopped. Oh, I know what it was. She clipped that thing that, once again, all leading back to the fucking corn comment. She clipped me talking about the corn. And Ethan Ralph decided that he is going to burn that bridge as hard as possible and just start like demanding that she doesn't clip his shit anymore. I think he threatened to DMCA her for clipping his shit. It was just really petty and weird. And then, well, T-Clips herself is weird. She wanted to do like her own streams and shit. I don't know if any of that panned out. I think she like deleted her Twitter again. She deletes it like every other day, pretty much. So she's weird, but people like her clips, and Ethan Ralph, for some reason, really picked a fight with her for no reason, and then I think PPP started making fun of her, and then, yeah, it became like a mess. I've been kind of tapped out of all of that because it got too complicated, and I was like, I'd much rather play video games and not do anything, and watch scary movies for the entire month of October than pay attention to this shit. Speaking of, you guys have traumatized me now. I'm afraid to talk about Fat Lemon because I'm sick of getting called a feeder. I'm gonna play this clip. This is my thing, and I know I shouldn't even talk about this because I know people are just gonna keep bringing it up more. But this is gonna be my message to everyone every time they fucking bring it up. Just this. Oh my god, fuck off. Play my clip. It's just so funny. You guys don't even know. Here's my recommendation to everybody on the internet. Start up your own live stream Get people to watch you so that they can all make the same joke forever. It's like 4 years down the road, don't even have any kind of connection to the same content anymore, and just hear the same joke over and over again. This is why Red Letter Media does not talk to any of their fans, because they hate them. This is why Jim doesn't stream anymore. It's the same fucking jokes forever. And the really fun thing about streaming is reading the comments and interacting with people and seeing the chat. And when you already know what people are going to say to what you have to say, then you might as well just not do it, because you already know what is going to be said. So what's the point? You don't get like an actual human interaction anymore. It's just truly nauseatingly frustrating. And I try to ignore it for like over a year now, and it's the same shit forever. For the rest of my fucking life, as long as I do this shit, it will be the same fucking joke, even though I obviously don't like fat women, and I never have. It's just, whatever. Okay, so Memology, who... I want to be nice to Memology because I don't have any issue with him, but I don't watch his videos because I think they're boring. He had a good thing going when the BetterHelp shit happened. He got featured by PewDiePie, and he did a lot of work to kind of highlight it as a scam that people were falling for, right? But he does the same style of video always, and I can't play this because it's like 2 minutes long, but there's no voiceover. This is the big issue, right? Watch this.
We're gamers, and gamers gotta game.
So right now, if you're just listening, see, this is the thing. This is my primary point of contention, is that I don't watch YouTube videos usually. I like listen to them. The audio factor is what's most important, because that's how you pay. That's how most people passively pay attention to shit. They just hear it. So I think he's Mexican or whatever, and he has a really strong Spanish accent, so he can't really do voiceovers because he has such a thick Latino accent. Or is embarrassed of his voice, because I think I have heard him on live stream with Ralph, and he did seem very insecure about how he spoke. Honduran, sorry, not Mexican. There's such a great border difference between Mexico and Honduras. But so he just does these title cards that are like this. Watch or listen. So it's music. Bob Chipman, also known as the Movie Bob, is the meme that keeps on grifting, he says, and just to watch it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds for this title card, and it moves on to the next one. From wanting to completely replace the Constitution, 8 seconds. Y'all are asking the wrong question. It's not what are we going to do to replace the vacancy on the Supreme Court. It's what are we going to do to replace the Constitution with. And it's like that. Like I could, for most people, just play their video and then pause it, but I would have to actually read everything that shows up on this video in order to present it. The whole point is that Movie Bob is completely fucking unlikable. That is the thesis of this video. And there are many examples of this. The primary thing is that he's supposed to be like a movie reviewer, but he's like a man-child, like a gross Marvel fanboy man-child who just mindlessly, breathlessly consumes everything that's put out by Disney company and shit. He's just like the most milquetoast, pathetic kind of fucking person. And then he goes on Twitter, and his empty brain produces the most vile, horrendous, retarded shit you could possibly fucking imagine. Usually I can say something kind of nice about people. I have nothing nice to say about Movie Bob. He is physically disgusting. I look at him and I am nauseated by his mere visage because he is so fat and ugly. And then the shit he says is equally fat and ugly. And he's an easy target. He's one of those people who has a thread that's like 40,000 pages long. Like there's 20 posts per page. This thread is 3,118 pages long. So that's about 62,000 posts in this thread, just talking about how this fucking retard is a retard. And Memology puts out this tepid, unnarrated video just saying like he's an idiot, which is obvious to everyone. And Movie Bob rallies his fan zone to try and get this video taken down. Because this was after Cuties. So this was after the fucking thing where he started coming out saying and as a great example of what kind of retard he is and how his opinions are shit, that the movie was actually about how children are being exploited. So we can't make fun of Cuties. It's actually a really good movie, and it's really important and empowers women. Like that kind of fucking take, which is, I guess, puts Dick and Movie Bob on the same side for whatever fucking reason. But he gets made fun of, naturally, because it's a bad opinion to have. And his response is, we need to get this guy banned from YouTube. This Memology, who is one of the most inoffensive people on the platform, I would say. I can't think of anything that he's ever done. I guess hosting Ralph for a little while, that was probably a bad idea. But besides that, I can't think of anything that he's done that would be outrageous. It must be scary for someone like Memology, because I think him and Dame probably make a good amount of money, especially for where they live, through their YouTube channels. Even if it's only like a couple $100 a month, like that's more than the median income in Honduras and Chile. So for them, I imagine it is really scary if someone like Movie Bob comes down on you and starts saying, let's get this guy banned, because I'm pretty sure that's a majority of their income. Memology built his house from YouTube money. Well, isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I imagine that's like fucking scary for the guy. I feel bad for him. I don't think he's been banned or demonetized, which just goes to show how utterly impotent and useless he is. Even though, not Memology, Bob, Movie Bob sits there all fucking day sucking dick, trying to get the right kind of attention from YouTube and from the progressive side, and he's still an outcast even with them. He's like Brianna Wu in the sense that, well, I can't even say that. He's worse than Brianna Wu now, because Brianna Wu has ties with the Young Turk people. She's in a pack with Cenk Uygur making political advertisements. You know what? I might as well play that, because that's probably more interesting than fucking Movie Bob. I sent this to Dame, actually, because I thought he'd get a kick out of it. For some reason, I follow Brianna Wu, and I get emails from her from her campaign, and I pay attention. I watch the shit she puts out, because did Dame's account get deleted? Oh, this is message request, isn't it? Okay. Here, we're going to watch some top tier political advertisement.
They say vanity is a deadly sin. Trump wouldn't wear a mask because of how it might make him look.
I wore one in this back area, but I didn't want to give the press the pleasure of seeing it.
He was worried it might affect his spray tan. He was obsessed with how
I had a mask on. I sort of liked the way I looked, and I thought it looked okay. It looked like the Lone Ranger.
he sacrificed hundreds of thousands of Americans for his vanity. And then he sacrificed the people closest to him. Now they're all sick. Stephen Miller, Kellyanne Conway, Chris Christie, Ronna McDaniel, Kayleigh McEnany, Mike Lee, Hope Hicks.
Okay, this is the best part. The best part.
But then as soon as he got home, he took off his mask again. As an active coronavirus patient who is deadly contagious. 215,000
deadly contagious
died,
not regular
contagious. He didn't want
contagious.
you to see who he really is.
Okay, get ready.
This is what Donald Trump looks like without the spray tan and comb over. This is the ugly face of vanity. This is Trump unmasked. America, you deserve better. You deserve a president who cares about you, not just himself.
So Brianna Wu and Cenk Uygur fundraised all this fucking money, right? And what do they do? What do they slap together for this advertisement, this political advertisement with their brand new PAC to really challenge the status quo and shake up politics? They make a video where they literally just call him ugly. That's the entire point of this. Don't vote for Trump. He's ugly. Which, I don't know. That seems to me like, I think that this is one of those things where they just made this video because they could make it for like $200. I can't imagine. I'm sure most of that went to the guy who did the voiceover and not the video itself. We'll throw it up on YouTube. Maybe we'll spend a couple $100 in Facebook ads and shit to advertise this video, and then we'll write off, $100,000 as a part of our budget, and we'll pay ourselves tens of thousands of dollars for the time spent fundraising this money to spend on this ad. And it's a complete and total fucking scam, obviously. Really, it's phenomenal how much Brianna Wu gets away with, because they fundraise tens of thousands of dollars a year doing their token run against the guy in Massachusetts, and then they become part of this pack and produce this shit, which nobody fucking sees. This video has 11,000 views. It's been up for 2 weeks now. And it's just a sham. And it makes me think that I went into the wrong career path. I should have been making fucking political advertisements for tens of thousands of dollars. That sounds like the life, man. You don't have to do anything. Oh, I'm simping hard. I'm simping hard for Brianna Wu. Oh, jeez. And for the people on my case about the pronouns, I am literally unable to use more appropriate pronouns for Brianna Wu because I would be fucking banned. And I will explain in the only way I know how, through Chantal. As she says here, Chantal, report them for harassment, and I'll explain. I'm gonna have to talk about her because she's been funny. She's been the only thing funny. This is why I'll explain it again for you, chat. This is why I talk about fat people, because they are in these weird cycles and they're in their own bubbles where, like, hoeing, eating, bullying, this is like their comfort zone that they're stuck in, and they are completely unaffected by everything else. COVID hasn't affected any of them. The election hasn't affected any of them. The only thing that Chantal knows about politics is that she really wants to fuck Justin Trudeau because he's cute to her. That's it. That's why it's funny. This person says, report them for harassment and bullying. They will not have the opportunity to contest or fight it. YouTube has a zero tolerance for bullying, but Foodie Booty says YouTube doesn't care about fat people. And this is correct. As I have pointed out time and time again, I cannot use the wrong pronouns for Brianna Wu, or the less than preferred pronouns for Brianna Wu. I can't make fun of someone for being gay. I can't make fun of someone for, like, a Nikocado Avocado. I can say anything about them, but if I mention that, like, he has a loose sphincter because he's a homosexual, that's potentially ban-worthy. But I can make fun of Foodie Booty for being fat all I fucking want, and it's completely kosher. Susan Wojcicki watches the videos and gives them a thumbs up. The thumbs up. She likes and subscribes to all my videos because she loves making fun of fat people, and it's just a nice thing that everyone agrees upon. For some reason, across the political divide, everyone likes to make fun of fat people. It is the last remaining remaining kosher thing that you can make fun of without it being a political issue. And the day that changes, ladies and gentlemen, the day that we can no longer make fun of fat people is the day that the Civil War happens. That's when people are finally going to say enough is enough. We need to be able to make fun of Foodie Booty. We need to be able to make fun of Nikocado Avocado and Sagittarius Shoddy and Amberlynn and Life by Jen, and then the gamers will finally rise up and overthrow Silicon Valley and patch the Constitution so that we will never have this predicament ever again. And the elite know that. The elite know that, and that's why they have omitted any kind of protections for fat people from the rules of YouTube. Understand this. Okay. So she wrote this screed on the 19th, and she says, guys, I am not coming back to YouTube until the bullying like this, until YouTube stops allowing others to profit off of bullying on this platform. This channel and others do nothing but belittle me as a fat person on what I'm eating, how I look, how I smell. I don't know how they know that, but I'm sure she smells horrific, etc. Then again, I guess I do call Brent T. Ventney stinky whenever it comes up, which I'm instantly reminded of when I read this. This is wrong and should not be allowed on YouTube. I have not yet gone through her 45-minute videos bullying me, as it is very mentally hard to do so maybe just don't. altogether and completely forget about it. If any of you who happen to watch her and want to help me by emailing or DMing me specific timestamps of bullying, that would be so greatly appreciated. I will be preparing an email as I escalate this abuse higher. This is not constructive criticism. This is hateful bullying. Actually, let me stop right there because before I forget, there's a company called Coldest Water Bottle, and they sponsor a bunch of people on YouTube, like Chantal. It used to be just a mukbang thing. Anyone who ate their food, they're like, okay, when you do your spread and you show people your food, show them the coldest water bottle and drink from that. And Chantal was for a long time a sponsor or sponsored by Coldest Water Bottle. And she took issue with the fact that Charlie Gold, her main adversary, or as she likes to call her now, False Gold. She used to call her Charlie Cole, but then people pointed out that was a racist euphemism, to which she took offense because she has sex with black men, so she cannot be racist. And she said, she went to Coldest and said, I don't want to be sponsored by you guys anymore because you sponsor bullies, and I don't want anything to do with you. And their reply was, actually, we're not going to let you be on our platform anymore. And I thought that was just because she made these very hateful videos towards Charlie Gold, calling her Charlie Cole. But as it turns out, someone on the forum, or who registered to the forum, posted that they had been emailing Coldest to try and get her kicked off of her sponsorship, and it had worked. And I doxed them because fuck them, and the forum is not for that. Like, nobody gives a shit. If you're going to email someone and be a conscientious objector, I think you're a fag. But go ahead and, do it if you really have to. But don't brag about it on the forum, because that's not what it's for. He then emails me to say that I doxed the wrong person. And the reason, and he's been impersonating his ex-girlfriend online to try and to fuck with her, and I did him a big favor by fucking with his girlfriend. So I just forwarded that email to his girlfriend, and she said that she had a restraining order against him, and this is probably a violation of his restraining order. So that guy is obviously a fucking psycho who needs to be in jail or a mental institution because he's emailing people, trying to fuck with their money while having a restraining order, while impersonating someone who he is restrained against. And it just goes to show that my rules are the best, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and people who think otherwise can go fuck themselves. Okay. Anyways, that's enough about the water bottle. This is not constructive criticism. This is hateful bullying, and yes, I am sick of my channel after channel using all of my content to profit from it with bullying. You can say I profit from an eating disorder, well, you profit off of bullying, and I will fight tooth and nail to see that justice is done. She sounds like she's about to take up a moral crusade. This is like the hatred intro. Her name is not important. What's important is what she's going to do. All of you in the comment sections of these creators are just as vile, and you will have to live with yourselves for what you say and do. Charlie, you are a sad, pathetic human being, and your karma will come. Keep building your channel off of being a no-good bully, and live with the fact that the only reason people watch you is because you're a hateful piece of shit, and all your hard work will come crumbling down at some point. Good luck. I may be fat, and I am good with that, but you are Charlie Cole. Because that is the color of your disgusting soul, if you even have one, she says. Surprised she did that again, because she ate a lot of shit for calling her Charlie Cole. And what's funny is that in her video, and I'll play a couple clips of it, she was bitching and moaning about how people were crying racism, and she's like, none of these people actually think that that's racist. They don't give a fuck. They're just using that as like an excuse to be outraged. And she's 100% right, which is very funny. It's funny when someone accidentally comes to an epiphany of how the world is. I was gonna say something. Oh, she sounds like a mixture of Not Important from Hatred with Cool Cat from Cool Cat Saves the Kids. I'm just imagining Cool Cat like dressed up in like gothic shit, loading an AK-47, about to take vengeance on all the bullies of the world. This is a separate post from a little while later. I think actually this is from directly after this. Who says, this fantastic human being creator who claims they are not a fat shamer yet proceeds to call Prissy P a whale and myself a fat smelly bitch has one hell of a nerve to comment on my looks. You are delusional. You are a creepy serial killer looking disgusting old man. I am surprised your false teeth have not fallen out during your hateful babbling. And this would be a fantastic time to look up the YouTube terms of service. Hold up. It's in Dutch. Why is it in Dutch? I do not speak Dutch. Could I please? Thank you. I need it in my language. Let's see. Harassment or cyberbullying. Oh, this is the page I was thinking of. There's one where it's like has pictures and stuff. Maybe this? Is this also going to be in Dutch? 8. I think that's it. Where the fuck? They've like completely redone all these pages. And it very clearly listed what kind of speech was hateful. Oh, click here to see a full list of protected groups. Okay, age. First one. Age. That is a protected group. You cannot come to this treasured senior member of our society and say unto him that he is old and creepy and he has false teeth. That, my friend, is a protected class. So, Miss Chantal Cole, if that even is your real name, fat is not on this list. Is not there, but age right up at the top. So fucking maybe you should reread the terms of service before you start sending your reports, motherfucker. Talking about how I smell. Smelliness is not a protected class either. You look like you smell like one of those creepy old men who wear wife beaters and eat dog food out of a can. You are overweight yourself, weirdo. That's fine because fat people aren't people, according to Susan Wojcicki. I know you're trying to channel build by being a bully and appeal to the lowest common denominators, but the only person who looks like a bitch here is you. You defend people, you people who defend this are weird and sick in the head. Keep talking about my fat body because I love how I look, and I'm certainly not going to rely on a creepy old man who makes fun of obese women online for self-validation. LOL. Pulling a Ralph there by showing how totally not mad she is by throwing a random LOL into a sentence. I'll take how I look over how you do any day. That goes for most reactors. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't have grand chide Lurin. She's like furious, like hitting all the keys as quickly as possible. I hope you don't have grandchildren. If my grandpa was making fun of younger obese women, I'd hide under a rock for the rest of my life. You can call my videos boring, but you aren't too bright if you can see how stupid you look complaining about my videos, but watch them and pick them apart. And because you are so predictable, just like Charlie is when she uses the raise card when I insult her, you will turn around and bitch and cry in a video because you are so desperate for drama and content and deflect and turn this around on me. Lol. Calling it now, you can use the excuse that you are bothered by a 600-pound woman. I am not 600 pounds, dipshit. Eating so much on camera. Guess what? Stay mad. I don't give a fuck. Lol. Perfect. Stay mad. I don't give a fuck. Lol. It's like I think I put that in the quote rotation on the forum. My life, my body, my choices. You sure have made poor life choices yourself. It seems to be where you are on YouTube doing what you're doing. Bullying fat girls. Focus on yourselves. You can criticize my life all you want, but someone please put me out of my misery. If at 60, I have to resort to making such videos and doing giveaways and celebrating 1,000 subs I made off the back of someone else. I think give is actually supposed to be giveaways. So he did like a giveaway at 1,000. I have no idea who this person is. He does look fucking crazy. Not because he's old, but because he's fat. You can see that fucking chin. Looks like a potato head. Okay. I have a video. We're gonna watch some Chantal. We're gonna have a nice relaxing day. We're gonna forget about the world. And we're gonna watch her eat McDonald's. So this is like at 9, I don't know, probably like 9 a.m. She has all her food delivered to her because she doesn't want to go outside, which I can understand. Going outside fucking sucks. But every day, perfect, kind of. So I have timestamps, I believe. start at 1:15. And if I get a fucking thing telling me to register, I'm going. I can't say that on YouTube.
I don't really feel like supporting the coldest water bottle anymore. I've seen them sponsor bullying channels, so call me bitter, whatever you want. I don't feel that I want to be a part of that company who supports that kind of thing, that just doesn't even, like, I don't know.
Okay, so I do want to pause it even before she finishes her fucking bullshit about cold. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 giant hash browns, 2 egg McMuffins, 2 strips of bacon, 3 full-size pancakes, and 2 donuts. I think one is a jelly donut and one is chocolate. I would like the chocolate donut right now, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get a chocolate donut. Tell me if I should get a chocolate donut. I just want to point out how much she was eating for breakfast.
So, you know what? I don't need your money. So, I'm not going to be having a coldie anymore. That's just the type of bitch I am. So, as the title of this video, you can see that what I'm really...
Okay, that's enough of that. She's just saying that she's not... She says that it's... I think it's actually a mixture. I'm pretty sure that this fucking weirdo emailing Coldest wouldn't have by himself gotten them to drop sponsorship. Because they don't give a fuck. Why would they care? Then again, I can imagine that they just want to avoid any kind of issue like that. But really, if Chantal hadn't have emailed them, hadn't have picked a fight with Charlie Cole, then the person harassing Coldest wouldn't have had any ammunition to use against her. It's this constant need. I don't know why it drives her so crazy. I guess because Charlie actually has more subscribers than she does and probably makes more money than Chantal does. It drives her fucking mad. And she doesn't seem to care about the forum or people making fun of her off-site. It's like all she knows how to... Sorry, I just like died. All she knows how to do is search on YouTube, and that's it. So that's what she cares about, is people making fun of her on the platform. And it pisses her off that she can't, like, have them banned.
I'm going to be bitching about Miss Faith.
No more donuts for me because I had a hiccup. I'm drinking nothing but water here. I haven't... All I had today was like a salad, like a weird Japanese salad. Okay, don't fat shame me, motherfuckers. I can have a donut if I want to.
If you don't know who that is, you don't need to. Just ignore and just watch me eat it, guys. Number one, I want to.
No, sorry.
Right now.
She goes for the bacon immediately and starts smacking her fucking lips, and it's so it drives me fucking crazy. I really hate that sound, and I know she knows that I hate that sound because at a certain point when I started complaining about it on the forum, she started doing it really, really noticeably. And I think she does read the forum, and I think she does adjust her content to specifically piss me off. But there was a time where she switched her recording devices, and it was much better to listen to just because she hadn't fucked with it to make it so pick up every eating noise. I guarantee you there is an actual feeder out there who pays her for that and helps her adjust the mic so that it picks up more tint, because it's really obvious when she's cooking that every crinkle, everything on the wrappers and stuff is amplified way the fuck up, and it drowns out lower sounds. So she does this intentionally, and it's just the fucking worst. But this is her bitching about the race card, which is funny.
And I think my skin looks pretty good. So whenever you say things Charlie Fake Gold, like, she uses a lot of Lush products and her skin looks bad. Number one, how is that important commentary? And number two, I think my skin looks pretty good. I don't have a tons of foundation on like you do.
By the way, yes, she does.
So,
there are pictures of her without makeup on, and she can tell that she has her shit on, and she has her camera set up on beautifying shit because she looks horrific when she's just like rolling out of bed.
that sounds to me like you're just jealous. Anyway, Ketchup.
I haven't had McDonald's in forever.
I'm sorry.
This is okay. Just an aside, because someone brought up the food. Yeah, she's just jealous of the melanin of Charlie Gold's melanin. Because once I've been told by the black community that once winter rolls around, the solstice moon will imbue the melanin with magic powers, and black people are literally going to be like Marvel heroes in a couple months. And she's just jealous that she doesn't have that melanin, that superpower coming to her. McDonald's. I ate McDonald's like once a week in Ukraine because it was like the closest thing to like American food I could find there. And I remember, and there was a burger that was really good that was there for like a limited time, and it had a Ukrainian name, so I don't remember it. But I looked it up. I actually went to their website, like, what the fuck is this burger that I ordered that is really good? And it was like a recipe competition that was held in Ukraine, and the guy named the burger after his daughter. So it was like a woman's name. And and it was just really good. And it was a reasonable portion. It's not like you get like a fucking American size and you eat overseas. Anyways, sorry, I was just reminiscing about a McDonald's burger from Ukraine.
That I ever explained myself for my comments about Charlie, about calling her Cole, because I wasn't being racist. And I firmly believe that, and I should have stood by that. I'm sorry that I ever apologized for that, because I know I'm not racist. It's just ridiculous at this point. You know, Cole is black, so
Cole is black.
I'm sick of the false outrage. Every time a white person, a white woman, she feels threatened by and who insults her looks somehow, she then uses the race card and like uses false outrage to call them racist or whatever. Cole is a black rock. And for Christmas time, you would say, if you're on the naughty list, you're going to get a piece of black coal in your stocking. So would I be racist if I said to Fake Gold, since you've been a bully, you're going to get a piece of coal in your stocking?
It's racist because her dad wouldn't be able to afford a Christmas gift. Chantal, that's what that's unironically what people would say, by the way. Don't even try. That's unironic. It would be, if you really wanted to be racist, you might as well just go the whole way and say, your soul is so black and you're such a bad person, your dad's going to get you my bike for Christmas. Just fuck it. Just go all the way, Chantal. Don't even bother.
Gold.
Don't hold it in.
Gold is like the opposite. It's a non-valuable rock, you know,
which is also wrong. Coal's super fucking important.
Something I came up with, like at the top of my head. It had nothing to do. If it was racist, it would be describing the color of her skin, and it's not. It never was. I used it in my most recent post saying Charlie Cole because that's how black is your soul is black, not the color of your skin.
So, okay, I think that's the end of that part. What's funny is that, like, I agree with her that you should be able to say things like that without being, walking on fucking pins and needles because you're talking about a black person. You might say something that gets inferred as racist, and now you're just completely ruined over it. That is bullshit. But what's funny is that after she had that incident where she called Charlie Gold Charlie Cole, she had another stream with Pete that I think I played on my channel where if you don't know, Pete's her roommate and ex-fiance is like the biggest soy boy on the fucking planet. And you can see him over time in her videos, like degenerating as a person. He spends all fucking day on Twitter arguing with people. His name is like X-Man fan or some shit. And he's like, he knows everything about the comic book industry. And he was really involved in Comicsgate, arguing with people on Twitter. He's just the biggest fucking loser. And after that incident, he had her on stream, and they were eating together, And he was explaining to her how you don't get to decide how people of color infer comments as racially charged. You as a white person don't get to make those decisions, and it's racist to say that you do. You don't understand the black experience and the capital B black experience. You don't get to make those kinds of judgments. So then she like apologizes and says, "Oh, you know, I'm right." And then of course Charlie keeps making fun of her because it makes her fucking cash out the ass rich, right? And she can't take it anymore and is completely walks back that apology. But she did come up with another like derogatory nickname for her, which is Charlie or False Gold, which I think is stupid. I really don't like that because, you know, False Gold is like, with Charlie Cole, you know who she's talking about. It's Charlie Gold. With False Gold, it's like there's so many people. She's trying to, and what's really funny with Pete is that she's trying to do a Trumpism, like a linguistic kill shot, as that Scott Adams likes to call it. But that's obviously the dark side. You can't come up with a nickname like that. That's bad news. I like Charlie Silver. You can't claim that one's racist because silver's a white color. And it's equally as childish as calling her Charlie Cole, because it's just a juvenile nickname. But whatever. Charlie Bronze would probably be too close to black.
All I'm saying is that there's a problem on YouTube. YouTube doesn't care about their content creators.
Whitewashing, fuck off. The bronze sun god.
They wouldn't allow that. It's okay to bully fat people because we're not under a protected status. So that's okay.
Did she watch my streams? She's watched me. Outline once again. We'll go back to the list. We'll go back to the list here of protected categories. Notice once again, boys and girls, no fatness on this. What's the closest disability? But being fat in and of itself is not a disability. If, for instance, a Life by Jen is crippled, like she's so fat she can't walk, and if you were to make fun of her for, well, supposedly she's disabled because she's so fat, I'm sure she could get the, but I can't say that. You can't say that. I'm sure she can get the fuck up out of that chair, because that, my friends, is ableist. I don't know if she can actually heave yonder self out of thine chair. That is beyond my knowledge, and therefore is harassment and cyberbullying.
If I were YouTube, I'd be careful about that, because if somebody ends up hurting themselves,
she's a veteran of food.
They allow, even after it being reported. I mean, that's blood on their hands.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was laughing at someone saying that she was a veteran of food too loud. Well, I'll listen to this again, because she says something that's really kind of desperate, egomaniacal, just really not. It's not a good look, fam. Oof, ouch, to be honest.
It's okay to bully fat people because we're not under a protected status. So that's okay. If I were YouTube, I'd be careful about that, because if somebody ends up hurting themselves because of the bullying they allow, even after it being reported, I mean, that's blood on their hands. So what she's indicating there is that if someone were to pull an Etika, as she says, which is tasteless in and of itself. If you don't know, Etika was like a black YouTuber who had like a big, really dedicated fan base. I think he was like a professional streamer or something. Like he did video game live streams. And he killed himself because I think he had like schizophrenia or something. He was like genuinely mentally unwell, and he committed suicide by jumping off a bridge. And to say that she's going to jump off anything is a joke. Obviously, that's not going to happen. And people that egomaniacal do not fucking kill themselves, as we learned from Epstein. If anything, YouTube has blood on its hands, has syrup on its hands, as someone says, for allowing her to monetize eating herself to death. If this wasn't on YouTube and she wasn't getting money from feeders for having this shit on YouTube, she would maybe do something else. She would maybe eat less. It's not 100%, but it's more of a possibility. She might be like 50 pounds lighter or so. And that 50 pounds is a big difference in how close to death you are. She's had,
I noticed this is a trend that she, Amberlynn, Life by Jen all have had hysterectomies. I'm pretty sure. Because Life by Jen had ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, and Amberlynn and she had polycystic ovarian syndrome. Chantal did, and Amberlynn had I want to say uterine cancer, and I think that Life by Jen also had a cancer in the reproductive organs. They've all had like some form of tumor in the uterus, and it's entirely because they're fat. Like this health at any size shit is objectively wrong. There's a lot that happens to your body when you're this overweight, but especially for women, a big thing to worry about is that having fat cells produce estrogen, and that's why fat people look more doughy and soy than people who are not fat. And when you have a ton of estrogen as a woman, your reproductive organs just break. They fall apart. They get cancer. You get cysts in your ovaries, and you suffer health. It can kill you. And that's why they've all had their shit yanked out. I think Life by Jen was too fat to have the surgery, but her and Amberlynn both have total hysterectomies. And they have total hysterectomies because the doctors can't cut them open and do anything any more precise. They just rip everything out because that's all they can do. So, fuck, really, if you're going to pull that card, that logic, and say that they shouldn't allow these bullying channels to exist, they shouldn't allow these fucking eating channels to exist either, because these people are killing themselves. Just look at this shit. Hold up. I'm going to fix my thing so you can see this. Look at the fucking suggestions on this video. Look at Nikocado Avocado. How is this allowed? I'm looking at this. You guys don't have to see this because I'm cutting it out. But look at this fat cunt stuff his fucking face. How is this permitted? That should be illegal. That is obviously pornographic for people who like to see fat, incontinent, gross gay men shit themselves after eating 200,000 calories of chalupas. Fuck off. I really hate Nikocado, and I hate his fucking, all these people with their fucking cam whore OnlyFans shit. They DMCA me every single goddamn day. I get emails every day about Momocon. I do not give a fuck about Momocon. It's so fucking annoying.
And all of you who support channels who bully others, it's on your hands too, if you co-sign that crap.
I can't necessarily co-sign everything that I show. She's just eating and drifting off into space. Contemplative. Okay, 11:25.
At least you're not as fat as me. Well, I'd rather be my size and I'd rather be me than you anyway.
Black. I take that as a racist comment.
I need to rely on bullying to build my channel. That's what you all don't realize the difference is.
Oh, that's just that 5 seconds. Yeah, I just want to make fun of the fact that she says, I'd rather be fat than black any day of the week. Charlie Cole.
You comment on the most irrelevant, stupid things like the size of my underwear. What does it have to do with me as a person? You're insulting like every fat girl out there, and I hope someday a fat girl really puts you in your fucking place. Like the fact that so many people think I deserve it, what people say about me, just because I'm fat and not losing weight or trying to lose weight or discussing my weight or giving you an explanation of how much I weigh or why I'm eating McDonald's when it's none of your fucking business.
I think on the box for that hash brown it said like, ew, this should be consumed in 2 bites. Ew. Ew. Ew.
There's a reaction channel. It's like they complain about the noises I make when I'm eating. Then why the fuck are you watching me? Why are you watching a mukbang? Do people not realize how stupid you look by complaining about that and then making your channel about that?
She's breaking the fourth wall, chat. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, it's not right. To me, it's not right that people get to. And
let's
even
do that.
Nikocado Avocado, like the clip I put in my community post, he hates Charlie. He can't stand
She says right here, actually, I do want to play this part.
because she's full of crap. And you can profit off of bullying. You can complain that you profit off of bullying.
There's a part in this I thought it was right then, but it's not. She says something to the effect of, and Nikocado Avocado doesn't get half the hate that I do, and that's probably because he's a man. Like, Nikocado Avocado gets so much fucking hate that it would be overwhelming for a normal person who wasn't Nikocado Avocado and just completely shameless and profiting off of people hate watching his videos. Like, if you open any of those videos and read the comments, they're all about how they don't like him now, how they find him gross, but how they can't stop watching because it's like a train wreck and they're just watching him die. And they all want to be there when the season finale happens and he has when he has a stroke and shits himself on camera and dies during one of his videos. That's what they're all waiting for. So no, she if you read her fucking comments, they're all so curated. Like, none of these comments get any thumbs up, but if something happens and she accidentally approves or lets slip by one negative comment, it gets like 100 thumbs up because everyone finds it and votes it up, like the actual viewers, the people who watch this shit. But her community is completely barren. Anyways, this is her talking about walking back the apology.
So I'm truly sorry for is apologizing for something I didn't do. I didn't make racist comments about you. You turned it around that way.
Jabbing
So
that
it was
sausage at the camera.
microaggressions. Everyone, look, if I had to worry about something I said offending, like, people throw racism around.
Your
like,
boss
somebody,
stabs
for
sausage
example,
fingers at you? Find another job.
My Chinese food mukbang video, the thumbnail. I was taking a bite and I was squinting my eyes as I took a bite, and someone's like, "That's racist." You know what I'm saying? I'm just over that. I really don't care if you think I'm racist anymore. I really don't care what you think of me.
I know a lot of people on the
If you
alt-right
wanna
watch
go-
my streams, but here you go. She's tilting one of you guys out there. You guys could make her a siege thought if you tried. She's at the edge. She's like, yeah, I hate Charlie Cole too. You know, she shares a lot in common with the rest of the Black Americans. Would you like to talk more? You could do it. Turn her. I want to see her doing a stream with a skeleton mask on at some point.
So I'm gonna eat.
Someone
How much food I wanna
someone
eat, how
bite
many
the bullet.
calories I want to eat. It's not your business, and you complaining and bitching about it is not going to change it. So that's what I'm sorry for. I'm sorry that YouTube allows this kind of crap on YouTube. Maybe one day it will change.
I know she's watching too much of my streams.
I don't know what else to say.
Okay, I don't have timestamps for the rest of the video. I guess that would be a good point to cut it off, but there is one other thing that I have to show you. And to do this properly, I'm going to have to edit my frame again. Blow it up to full screen, and let's do the same on OBS. We got to make this nice and large. Everyone can see it. Where are we at? I think it's right at the very, very end.
Don't let the door hit you. Where the good Lord splits you.
Let's do an instant replay of that. Sorry if you're just listening, but instant replay. Why is that in the video? Why is that in the video? Why wouldn't she cut it like a half second before, or like finish eating it on screen? Why did she shove it in, physically punch that fucking donut into her face, and then awkwardly cut right after that, one more time, because it's just amazing
switching.
that she chose to do this and put this on the internet. And it cuts. Jesus, you Kiwi fucks are demented. That's funny. Okay. To make me laugh. Oh, are you saying that she does it just for me now? Just to provide quality content for the channel? Oh, how nice. I wish more people did things like that. Okay. Just a weird comment is that I've been alerted to the fact that Armored Skeptic, the timeline for him and June splitting up, has been sussed out by internet detectives, and I want to say that he met, all I remember exactly is that he met this new girl he's dating in June, which is ironic because June was the name of what's her face, Shilin Head, and he had dumped her like the month before, and so he didn't even cheat on her, which is shocking, all things considered, considering that Adam Kovic or Ryan Haywood's up to 13 accusers now. He dumped June in June, and he met the new girl in July. And I thought that it was just because she had turned 30. Like, he dumped her like the day she turned 30. But the new girl that he's with is also over 30. And the official canonical reason for why they split up is that they couldn't make the distance work. That she was in Canada and he was in the US. She was in the cuck shed on the Canadian border, and he was in the bachelor pad. But the new girl he's with is Australian. And I'm not like a mathematician or a geographer or anything, but I'm pretty sure that there's more distance between Canada or America and Australia than America and Canada, especially when you live at the border, because the borders touch. And Australia is way the fuck over in the Pacific on the other side of the planet. So there's a little bit more difference there in terms of distance. And the really weird thing is that I checked out his Twitter channel. Actually, let me pull this up because I wasn't planning to talk about this, but I do kind of want to bring it up because it's of interest. This is his Twitter channel, and it's really weird. His shit is super fucking weird now. Like, I just know that in general he did like mild conservative. I'm sorry, I got it flipped. That he was in Canada and she was in the US. But he just did kind of, like the vaguely conservative anti-SJW shit during Gamergate and made it like his career. And now he is trying to be like a cult leader. He does like the weird Jesus profile pictures and shit. Yeah, he was like a fedora tipper, like rational skeptic, that kind of shit. The amazing atheist style content, and he just did like videos like that. And now all he does is videos about ghosts and the paranormal and Mothman and Bigfoot, and he puts out these weird pictures of himself where he looks like a cult leader, and I'm pretty sure he wants to make like a cult or whatever. Pictures like this. He looks way different than I remember him looking. Yeah, saying he gets thoughts like this in the replies and shit. That looks like a tranny a little bit. It's very scary. Anyways, I think this is a picture of his new chick. So, I mean, she kind of looks like an Australian June, just a little bit. That must be his type. But he's closed down like the majority of his social media presence, and he's just doing his weird videos on Mothman. And he dumped June because she's an insane person, and is getting with this other chick who I guess he might try to go to Australia. Whatever. Australia is very nice if we've never been. But that's like the happy ending, I guess, for like a YouTuber. You dump the baggage, the crazy person. You make a little nest egg out of your YouTube money. Meet someone. Stop put it all behind, start making videos you're actually interested in instead of just like pandering to your audience nonstop for money. Even if they're like shit and weird, like about Mothman, and then you make a clean break, right? That's what everyone wants. That's like the happy ending, and it's really gonna sting if I'm right, and that's how it turns out. And June just got left behind, and she'll probably go insane and try to make the Vol shit work more harder than ever, and it won't, because Volsh is like a fucking weirdo. And there was some shit with Baked Alaska I don't want to talk about. I really don't find Baked Alaska interesting at all. He got into like a fight at a gas station and he pepper sprayed someone because his phone started saying the N-word over and over again because someone put up like a looped thing of Keemstar saying it, and people started picking fights with him because the phone was blaring fucking profanity, and he maced someone because they were following to his camper van. And that, I guess when I describe it, it sounds interesting, but then I realized that it's fucking Baked Alaska, and that's like his career is just like going around agitating people, and then when they come up to assault him, he pepper sprays them, and he makes a fuck ton of money, and I think he still streams on YouTube and shit. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube still, and I'm guessing YouTube doesn't ban him because he makes a ton of fucking money through super chats. And that's what it boils down to. If you make YouTube a lot of fun, because remember, YouTube takes a third of all super chats, right? Oh, he's banned now. So, but if your money is mostly through super chats, you tend to get a lot more leeway, just because YouTube takes such a huge cut of all that money. Tim, as in the Tim Pool, the guy. Wait, hold up. I don't know who Tim is, but are you talking about this Tim? Let's zoom in real quick on this. Are you talking about this man, the man with no hair, who hides it with a beanie in every single picture of him? Is this the Tim that you're talking about? Oh, Tim Heidecker. Okay, no, sorry. I just wanted to show everyone a picture of Tim Pool without his beanie on. My bad. Oh, Tim, I am a cuck Heidegger. Oh my god. They kind of look alike. If he was bald? I don't know. I think they kind of look alike. He has fuller lips. For his pleasure. Whatever. Alright, I have no idea. I really don't want to talk about Baked Alaska. He's fucking boring. There's nothing, like, I don't know. I really don't like the in real life streaming stuff. I think it's stupid, and I think it's probably going to get people killed, which I guess is why people watch it, because they want to be there on the ground level when someone fucking kills Baked Alaska. I'm not saying someone should. I'm just saying that if he continues to go around and blast the N-word in people's faces through his fucking phone, which is already annoying. Like, it doesn't matter what that phone is playing. If someone's on their phone playing music in public transit, like, you just want to kill them. Like, get the fuck out. What are you doing? There are other people sitting around you. Never mind, blasting out racial profanity around people at random. That would be Keenan, I'm not gonna lie. I'll play that. If he gets shot, I'll play that on my YouTube channel. That'll be worth talking about. Besides that, I'm done. And one other thing, Lowtax sold Something Awful. He finalized that. Pull that up real quick. They've been going through the motions for a while, and Jeffrey finally announced that Lowtax has signed the paperwork. It is done. Something Awful LLC, which has existed for over 20 years now, now belongs to me. As in Jeffrey of Yazpos. I know this has taken a long time. It's been a long time coming before that. I hope you will all find me to be a responsible and conscientious steward, the likes of which the site has never seen. I'll certainly have more to say, but I have a ton of shit to do immediately. Congratulations, everyone. This is a good day for Something Awful. I have taken down the store. When it comes back up, the money will go to the site as it was always intended to. This should take 1 to 3 business days. So an internet giant has changed hands in the same way that 4chan kind of changed hands to Nishimura. Hiroyuki Nishimura bought 4chan. And after that, people have started talking about how Lowtax is like a weird sex pervert. Someone sent me a bunch of pictures of like really rapey shit from the Goon meetup, and it's really weird, and I'm not going to put that on stream because it's going to get me banned, but I don't know, people were throwing the P word around at Lotax, and I'm not going to repeat that because I'm not confident in that claim. But he's getting completely fucking ripped apart right now. He's spent all his money on gacha games. He spent something like, I talked about this last time, that he has spent like tens of thousands of dollars on mobile games. And at a time he's going through divorce proceedings, so it's going to look really good to the judge that he spent all this money on fucking garbage right before he got a divorce, and he sold his company. Probably going to spend all the money he got from that on fucking gacha games too, just so that his kids get absolutely nothing. $15,000, yeah. Why do so many man children get addicted to gachas? Because it is a really easy way to, like, if you're like an adult and you have money to spend, you can spend money on games that let you pay to win, and then you can beat up children that don't have as much money, and like Puerto Ricans who just try to grind shit normally and feel really good about yourself. And that's what Lotax needs, right? And it's completely like non-physically involved. You can lay there on your couch spending thousands of dollars to beat up Puerto Ricans in your gacha game, and it takes zero effort. And the PayPal thing. PayPal has announced that they are going to be adopting cryptocurrency, and allow you to buy things via PayPal with cryptocurrency directly through PayPal. I mean, I think it's a good thing for crypto overall, but I put no stock in PayPal in and of itself. Like, I'm still super fucking banned from PayPal, and to the point where I have a couple old credit cards that were tied to my PayPal account. If I try to book an Uber using one of those cards, it recognizes the number as belonging to a banned account. So even though I'm not like using a PayPal account that's registered, it recognizes that card, and that card is not allowed to book a cab on PayPal because someone sent an email like 6 years ago now complaining about the Kiwi Farms to PayPal, and they just decided, you know what, every website that only uses PayPal, and there are quite a few, you can't use those sites anymore. Or you have to find a way to do it by being sneaky and using privacy cards and lying about your name and shit. Like, it's complete fucking bullshit. And I really, like, fuck PayPal, fuck Elon Musk. Elon Musk should be hanged for treason. PayPal is a fucking disaster. It is theft. It is not a banking institution. It does not get regulated like a bank. They can and will take your money at fucking random. And Elon Musk has made so much fucking money stealing dividends from the small businesses of the United States that he can afford to send garbage into fucking space. That is how much theft occurs at PayPal, and it should never have been allowed to begin with. The fact that they're involved in cryptocurrency is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it brings more awareness and legitimizes cryptocurrency, but it's a bad thing because PayPal is fucking evil, and I'm sure they're going to find some way to ruin everything, as they do all the fucking time. Yeah, I mean, it's a serious mixed bag, and it really tests cryptocurrency because PayPal's involvement is a serious existential threat to the distributed nature of the blockchain. But in the short run, it's going to be a boon. And he's also a cheater. That's right, chat. Yeah, he sold PayPal long ago, but he's still a fucking asshole. And that company has, again, made so much money taking shit off the top. And for a while, it was the only option. In the 2000s, when Elon Musk owned it, it was the only option to buy and sell on the internet, basically, unless you really knew what you were doing and knew how to get a payment network, payment gateway, and all that shit set up. If you just wanted to buy and sell, you had to use PayPal. It was the only thing accepted, pretty much. And it generated an immense amount of revenue for Elon Musk at the expense of everybody else. And now, to this day, sits atop a fucking throne that nobody can really deal with. Even other payment processors, shit like Stripe and Braintree and shit. Well, that's the other one. Braintree was an alternative to PayPal. Guess who owns Braintree now? Fucking PayPal. So even the alternatives are owned by PayPal. And I got banned from Braintree because the parent company, PayPal, when they bought it, said, this guy is banned on PayPal, so he's also going to be banned from Braintree and can't use that to process cards. So fuck PayPal. Really nice that they're going to dump some money into cryptocurrency, but guess what? JP Morgan Chase and all the other banks have been doing that the entire time. That's why Bitcoin is currently worth $11,000, because they are hoarding that shit and they know it's going to be bigger soon. They realized the threat that cryptocurrency posed to. Here's a true story. Here's a true conspiracy that is a conspiracy, but also very true. There was a cryptocurrency called XRP, Ripple. And you might know Ripple because Boulder Boy, my name Matt, bought a fuck ton of it thinking that was going to be the next big thing, and he lost all that money. And that got talked about with blood sports, but there's more to Ripple than the fact that it was a dead-end scam. It was going to be a cryptocurrency where instead of having proof of work and proof of stake, it was just going to be 8 banks. JP Morgan Chase, Discover, all the big name banking companies were going to be the blockchain backing. It was not going to be proof of work, proof of stake. It was just going to be the 8 centralized. It was a centralized cryptocurrency. And the whole point of it was not to make the next big thing. The whole point of Ripple was to sell Ripple for cryptocurrencies that were valuable, like Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. And now the banks have billions of dollars in crypto assets that they know are going to go up, and they're going to use that to fuck with the market and pump up and dump and abuse the fuck out of people just trying to use a cryptocurrency and hope for stability and alternative to the cash flow. That's what they've done. And I hold absolute fucking contempt for the banks. If there ever comes a day where the banks get dragged out, that would be the happiest day of my life, because they are so evil. And I've felt how much power that they have, and I haven't even felt the full extent of it, because I still get to use some things that I know they could take away from me at any time. But I've met people who are on the receiving end of the full abuses of the banking system, and it does ruin your fucking life. Cannot wait for the day that the banks get reeled in, and it's going to come one day, because they flex too much for their own good. Oh well. I think that's it. I will see you guys when I see you. I'll really strongly think about doing a dead person stream for the next week, which will be the day before Halloween. I really should. I should put in the effort and put out something fun. But until then, I'll see you guys when I see you. Take it easy. And have a nice day. Wait, that's the wrong song. Where is it? Aha! I'm doing Panic at the Disco because I'm a faggot.
Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Didn't ever die, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Mama said, so built for said, don't give up, it's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me. So I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to see. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high.